Hello. Guess who's back? I'm back. And I'm bad. And the DC2's home. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I am using my GoPro again because I feel like it's the easiest to use. The DC2 came home from the paint shop, so pretty happy with it. I'm literally just about to go pick up the bonnet and the side skirts and the rear bumper. The front bumper and the spoiler are still yet to be painted, but I'll pick that up later. So basically I ended up picking up the DC2 Type R SR3 Red Recaros. I'm really happy with them. I was considering going some maybe like SPGs or something like that, but kind of decided not to go that way. To be honest, I did want to keep some sort of originality with the DC2 Type R because I think they're beautiful from OEM too. Pretty good condition, if you ask me. No tears, no rips. Actually, there is a little bit here, but nothing to really worry about too much. What else did I get? I ended up getting a cross brace for the DC2 as well. This Mugen wing is kind of not going on the car. We're going to run a standard one for the meantime. This is the engine bay so far. This rocker cover is getting sprayed this color. So there was a hole here for the intake. I decided not to run this hole here because we're going to run the intake from here straight down and out. So basically I ended up bringing back a few of the parts. Thank you to, should I just say it, my boyfriend Jake. So this is the bonnet. Very fresh, isn't it? Very fresh. Very happy with it. There's some side skirts at the back there, as you can tell, just there. I did show you guys the SR3s. Okay, so this is the rear bumper. Very hard to tell because there's all this junk here that I need to clean. They are the fenders, so everyone is going to be able to see everything eventually. Yes, my nails are white in celebration. By the way, guys, if you guys know anyone that needs some S2000 rims, these guys are getting sold. I might be spraying them back to the original color. I'm going to be selling them fairly cheap anyway. Okay, so now to the point of the video. The point of the video is I keep getting a lot of questions around how much does a Kswap actually cost. Now, I got some paper and I got a pen, and I actually brought my glasses out for this one. Should I do this inside the car? Yeah, let's do it inside the car. Might be a bit echoey, but let's do it. I feel like let's just get that, you know, Kswap vibe going. Okay, oh, there's something in this side, so we're gonna have to go to this side. Maybe I should just sit in the Recaro. That's a good place. Yeah, let's sit here. Cool. Now that I actually have Recaros, this is like the closest thing I can get to actually like sitting in a car that actually functions. If you like SR3s, like this video. Oh my god, so good. Okay, so let's get started. This is serious. This is getting really serious now, guys. The glasses come out, you know what it is. Alright, so this is my goal book. So basically what I ended up doing was compiling all of my goals into one book and basically highlight them as I go along. The reason I'm telling you guys this is because it does link into Kswaps, I promise. So what I did is I ended up writing all these DC2R goals here. I'm not too sure if you guys are going to see that clear enough, but anyway, let's give it a go. And basically I stuck on this side basically all of the parts and just like, you know, visualize it a little bit better. In order to stay organized, particularly because this is an entire shell and I didn't get any parts, or I got quite a few parts with the car. I got a lot of VTIR parts with the car, even though it is a Type R shell, because the guy just had them like laying around or whatever. I didn't get any Type R parts with the car, so I needed to source a dash. It pretty much came like completely stripped, no motor, just had wheels, discs that I pretty much replaced anyway, calipers, you know, that's pretty much it, and the tailgate. Even had to replace the struts on the boot. Like little things like that, they all add up in the end. For this year, I decided to be a little bit more organized. Sit down, I was like, okay, I need this many parts, how much is it going to cost me? And then I basically go in after I buy the part and I write how much it actually costed me. And that way I can see how much I actually saved. So this is pretty much what it looks like. So I pretty much wrote just like list of needed parts, and then I'd write like, you know, whatever I wanted and then whatever I got. So instead of getting like the bride breeze or bricks or whatever, however you say them, for like $2,000, I ended up buying the SR3s for $800. How much did I save, and am I happy with the outcome? Yes, I'm happy with the outcome, and I saved $1,200. That's $1,200 that can go somewhere else in the car, like rims or something like that, because obviously looking at that from here does not look too nice on the car right now. So that's the way I'd organize it if I was to do a Kswap again. So this would be like, you know, you'd also write like a date. So obviously to be completed by June 24th, which is on my birthday. And then, you know, you write how much blue slip is, registration if it's not already registered. And then you can like write like a total type thing for like however much is left, obviously. So then I had like late 2018 goals, which some of them I've actually already completed. So like a hybrid racing shifter box, roll cage. I've saved so much money here. So for both of these, I actually saved quite a bit of money. So for the roll cage, I was expecting $1,000, ended up paying $300. For the shifter box, I paid $200 when I was expecting to pay $450, and I'm pretty happy so far. Then you have like long-term goals. So like, you know, if you want to boost the car, if you want to, you know, run a supercharger, a turbocharger, if you want to run NOS, if you want to run like higher comp pistons, sleeve the block, how much power do you want, you know. So then I did long-term goals. So that's long-term goals. And those I didn't write a price because I think it would overwhelm me if I did. And that's pretty much like it for like writing the car goals. Okay, so what I wanted to actually like go through with you was obviously how much does a Kswap cost? There's actually no one answer for this question that everybody asked me. So I've had quite a few Hondas, and from my experience in the past and from all of my friends' experiences, this is my advice. This is nowhere near like something you guys actually have to listen to. Everybody does it differently, and that's okay. Like, you might have a way to do it. You might have different prices that you spend. Some people might spend 10 grand. Some people might spend, I don't know, if you're lucky, you could spend like, I don't think this is realistic, but maybe 5 grand. If you know a lot of people giving you parts for like near to nothing. Then you got some people that are spending like 50 grand, you know, or plus. This is just what I would do if I was to plan out another Kswap. So I'm going to pretty much just write down what I think, and I'm going to walk you guys through it the best of my ability. Okay, you need the first 2 things. Obviously, you need the car. That's important, because if you don't have a car or a platform to work on, you can't have a Kswap. So you need the car. Now you need to work out, like, if you're going to run, you know, e.g., do you want to run like a cheaper like setup or a DC2? You know, then from the DC2 you can figure out if you want a VTIR or if you want a Type R or even a GSI if you want, but I'm not going to write that down here for now. You know, what else can you do a Kswap? You can do a Kswap in anything, really. So, like, you know, whatever. I just spelt whatever wrong. From this here, right, you've got literally, you've got 3 options just from the car alone. Okay, or if you want to do like an EG or EK. Sorry, I forgot to, you know, kind of include EK there because that's quite a popular Kswap build too. All right, so what I'd do from here is I'd be like, okay, what's my budget? What is my budget? Whereabouts in the world do I live as well? Like, you know, for Sydney, I'm going to base this off Sydney because, like, I know that overseas is quite different with pricing and stuff like that. So in Sydney, you know, if you go with an EG, it's going to be the cheaper option over a DC2 Type R. So if you're on a budget, let's talk about EGs. I haven't done an EG before, so I'm going to disregard this for now. It will be cheaper because you are starting on a cheaper platform. Okay, so these EGs used to be about $500. Now they're like 5 grand. I don't know. They're kind of like increasing in value because they are coming, like they are, you know, becoming a lot rarer, a lot more scarce, a lot more demand for them too. So I'd say, you know, for a platform, decent platform, no rust, you're looking at like $5,000. For an EK, never done an EK, can't tell you guys. I'm sorry, if you're gonna do an EK platform, I'm gonna base this off DC2s because this is what I know. If you go VTIR shell, I can't actually tell you too much of the difference. I am aware that there are obviously differences in the motor, which is not going to be a problem anyway, because DC2 Type R, obviously, when you want to do a Kswap, you're going to rip out the motor anyway. But interior is a big thing. Whole dash is different. All the seats are different. Carpet's the same. Pedals are different. Pretty much most things are different. I'm pretty sure the DC2s have a different chassis to the VTIRs. I'm pretty sure. But don't quote me on it, because don't want none of y'all hating. For me, I was presented with a good opportunity to buy a shell. Now, if you can buy a shell, go for gold, because it is probably the cheapest way you're going to go about it. Well, in my scenario, it was actually worked out really well, because I bought the shell for $2,500 rolling, and it was re-registerable. That's something you'll definitely want to make sure of. If you want a Type R, I'd say you're looking these days in Sydney approximately, I'd say between 10 to, I'd say about 13. Okay, for a VTIR, to be honest, you could probably pick one up for about 5,000 to like 6,000, something like that, right? I'm not too sure. I don't really look into VTIRs too much, but that's my guess. So with Type Rs, I know for sure that this is how much they go for, right? Give or take. You might get one that's like $9,000 that comes up really cheap. Or you might get one that's like $14,000 that's like really mint and you want it. You know, it's got a nice cat back on there and nice rims that you don't have to spend money on later. Let's go off the Type R, because obviously this is what I did. So, alright, so say for instance you go, okay, I'm gonna go buy myself a DC2 Type R, and I have just spent on a DC2 Type R, I've just spent, say, let's just say $11,000 for like the sake of it. Okay, now you've got a motor. If you have a motor that is okay and that has a decent gearbox, you will sell the DC2 Type R motor for approximately $4,500. Okay, you'll bring yourself down to approximately, I'd say, $6,500, right? So this is your platform. This is how much you've started with. You've got the full interior. You've got, you know, the Type R DC2 Recaros. You've got, you know, your dash, your cluster, everything's there, which is bloody freaking awesome. You don't have to touch that. For a Kswap, you need to basically spend $4,500 for a setup. Unless you're lucky and you buy a wreck and you pull the motor out yourself like I did. I was very lucky. I got my package for $1,500. But if you guys, you know, don't get that opportunity, retail, this is pretty much how much you'll be paying, $4,500. So $4,500, which brings you back up to $11,000. You're going to need the typical Kswap stuff. You're going to need, let's get rid of this page. You're going to need a ECU plus 800. You're going to need some drive shafts. So Kswap drive shafts. You know, hopefully the K20 package comes with the wiring loom and charge harness. You are going to need a Kswap shifter box. Let's just say you want to go hybrid racing, right? You can get one for about 700. What else do you need for a Kswap? Bloody hell, I don't even know these days. Air intake, about $200. A fuel reg, okay, your fuel system. Now let's break this down because there's quite a bit in your fuel system. Walbro 255, 150. Plus 150. Then you'll need a fuel regulator at the very least. These are bare minimums, guys, so don't quote me on this, but this is bare minimums, okay? So fuel regulator, depends on which one you go, I'd say 250. You know, if you really want, you can just get rubber hoses, but I'll say fuel line hoses, maybe like, I don't know, $100. I'm gonna run a gauge on my fuel rail too, and also like a fuel filter, but you can keep the stock DC2 filter if you like. Okay, so also with the shifter you'll need cables. You can run DC5 or hybrid. I'm gonna just put like some DC5 ones in because for the sake of the price. So $100, maybe I'll put 150 just to stay safe. Radiator's a big one. Radiator. Okay, you can use, I don't know if everybody actually knows this or not, but you can use a DC5 one. Depends on how like what your kind of build is, but I'm gonna say DC5 because it's fairly cheap. You can pick up like even a secondhand one for like $100, $150, maybe cheaper. And all you have to do is cut like a little notch in the radiator support, and the neck will fit right in there. So they actually fit into the existing holes in the DC2. So let's run with a DC5 radiator. $100, $150. Stay safe. What else? Oh my gosh, I didn't even remember the conversion harness. You're gonna need a conversion harness, guys. My god, I don't even remember how much mine was. Let's just say the conversion harness was $500. All these prices are just a rough estimate. Things will go up, things will go down. I'm gonna go to this list, I'm gonna add everything up, and there's gonna be something that I missed. Let's just say you don't wanna run power steering or AC. This is a big part too, because AC, you cannot run the DC2 Type R, power steering, or the DC2 Type R AC with the K20. It's not going to fit because obviously the engine is like the other way around. So everything is going to be completely different. Nothing's going to bolt up. You'll need custom AC lines and custom power steering. Now, if you want to run a budget, or you kind of just want to drive it ASAP and you kind of don't want to worry about that straight away, get a block off. Let's just say, for argument's sake, you want to delete both. So a block off will cost you $20, $22, not even a right to. Let's just say $40. If you get one cheaper, cool. And the idler pulley, you can get that off an EP3R. So idler pulley will be about, just say $100. So you need some headers too. Your headers will be about $700. Kswap mounts. See, straight away, I already found something that I didn't include. Okay, so let's add that. Kswap mounts. Kswap mounts, I like to do Hasport. There is, I think, Innovative or Innovation, or I don't know what they're called, but I'm gonna go with Hasport mounts. Oh my god, this is so messy. I can't write on the floor like this. That's $750. Okay. So let's calculate this. Don't be overwhelmed if it seems like a lot, because there are so many places you can save money at. Like, you can just source everything secondhand. 100 plus 700 plus 750. So right now I have on my screen how much I calculated. By the way, guys, yes, that is JDM Tours. You guys are awesome, by the way. Thank you so much. They helped me get my badges. I'm so impressed with my badges and my OEM decals and everything. You guys gave me shipping from Japan in like no time. So yes, so 15,890 is what I calculated. This is for the person who has never done a Kswap, who is wondering, how much does it actually cost to do it in a DC2 Type R shop? There's your answer. However, as a disclaimer, like I've said to many people before, this can change. This can be less, this can be more. Depends on how you do it. Depends what platform you start on. And depends on how much power you want, if you're happy with a daily, if you want a track car, whatever. There's so many factors. Yeah, so around 16 grand is what I'd be expecting to pay if I was to do it on a DC2 Type R platform. For me, I've paid a few thousand less than that because I've saved money in some places, but I think over time it will blow out even more. So that's pretty much it. That's all I can tell you guys, and the update is pretty much really basic. Got the car back from the paint shop, and I will let you guys know how I go. But yeah, so far that's pretty much it for the updates, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. Like and subscribe. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. But for now, I will see you later.